Here we are in the Week 4 Assignments folder. And these are some of the things you'll be learning this week. This week you'll be working through Chapter 7, Using Color to Enhance Signage. And as usual, I've attached a zip folder with the lesson files. Just right-click that and save it to your computer somewhere so you can open those up and work on them. Have a look at some of the video tutorials, which shows you some ways in which we use color in Illustrator. This week's Skill Builder A does have an attached Illustrator file, so just right-click that and save that to your computer so you can open it up in Illustrator. Follow these instructions and you'll end up with something that looks similar to this. It won't look exactly the same depending on the colors you choose. And as usual, just click that link and that will take you into the Assignment Manager where you can submit your Skill Builder. This week's Skill Builder B does not have an attached file, but if you follow these instructions, you'll end up with a pattern that looks something like this. The shapes will be the same, the colors will probably be quite different, so it won't look exactly the same. And as usual, just click that link, and that will take you into the Assignment Manager, where you can submit your assignment. This week's Design Challenge, of course, is for extra credit. The challenge is to create a plaid pattern. Doesn't have to look like this, doesn't have to be these colors, but a plaid pattern is the challenge. It's worth 10 extra points, and as usual, just click that link to submit your design challenge through the Assignment Manager. So how are you coming along with your subway map? I hope you're working on it. I've included the project folder to remind you of the project requirements. Be sure to review those so that you include all of those requirements in your map. And the subway map folder there. Anyway, this week you're going to post the preliminary design of your subway map that you have created in Illustrator. It doesn't have to be a finished product, but something that you've been working on in Illustrator based on some of your sketches. And you'll save that as a JPEG and post it to the discussion board, and then answer these questions. And be sure to respond to your classmates' posts. And as usual, just click that link. That will take you into this week's forum where you can create your thread and add a post. This week's e-lectures are all about colors, since that's what we're learning this week. You might want to have a look at some of those. This week's Illustrator artist is Ingela Arnhaus. She's a Swedish-based designer that does these really naively styled designs. Click that link and that will take you into her website. This week's web bibliography has some really interesting and useful things to help you create color schemes. Adobe has this little thing here that's really interesting to create color schemes. You can play around with it in different ways and create different kinds of color schemes. If you don't really have a color scheme in mind, it's kind of hard to figure it out sometimes. So using tools like these really help to create some interesting color schemes. So that's this week's assignment. If you have any questions or problems, be sure to post them in the troubleshooting forum or send me an email. Have fun!